Hey everyone, Paul Daniels here, and this is What I Fix Daily. So today we've got a Toshiba L50-C, and it has been in here a couple of times before. And the problem we've got this time is that a couple of the keys don't work on the keyboard. Now, unfortunately, with these L50Cs, they're one of those new style things where the top deck is a single unit. You can replace these keyboards, but they are bonded in with plastic nipple rivets, whatever you want to call them, and that causes a great deal of untold fun when it comes to replacing it. So you can get a replacement board for, I don't know, maybe $30 or something like that, but then when you try to fit it, it's just hell on earth. So instead what we do is we go for a complete top deck replacement. And oh, we've got some cat hair for free. So yeah, with the top deck replacement, it's the easiest way to just get these things in and out of the workshop rather than stuffing around trying to reform 100 little plastic nipples. It's no fun at all. I have tried it a couple of times and it's really no good. Now, if you do MacBooks, you'll know that MacBooks also often have this sort of keyboard arrangement, except the upside is that they use little metal rivets, and those rivets you can actually pull out of the top frame and replace with screws. So at least it is actually serviceable. That screw's got to come out. But because the rivets or nipples, whatever you want to call them, on these particular devices are because they're plastic and molded into the actual top deck, once you've sort of manipulated them or damaged them, then you can't put in new ones, and you can't put in a screw because it's you basically have to drill out the rivet to do that. Yeah, so these are a major pain in the butt to do. As you can see, you basically have to take the whole lot out and redo it. So yeah, definitely want to cost up on. So if you want to ever do work on these ones, make sure you put up your labor account, because it's a bit of a long, painful process doing these changeovers. I mean, everything's got to be taken out. You even got to take the screen off. And the speakers. So many different things. Come on. What's holding you there? The hard drive seems a little reluctant. We'll get to that in a bit. What else we got? You can come out. I'm going to try and retain as many things as I can without taking them off. I'm really hoping that there's no liquid damage on this board when I take it off. That'll just be an undesirable outcome. Okay, this is new. How do you work? Some sort of interesting clip system here for the Wi-Fi. Just don't want to make it easy, do they? Well, I haven't seen this one before. Okay, nothing the spudger can't handle. Finally, the keyboard. So take the speakers out, there's silver screws. Nothing under there. Looks like it was just a bit sticky, which does not fill me with confidence. Alright, we seem like we're okay. Interesting, it's a one button touch, so I guess it combines it with the orientation. Yeah, let's get the rest of this frame off. It would appear I have misplaced a screw somewhere. Should be a little screw for here. That tape's no good. We have to replace that for Captain. That screw is absolutely required. If I do not have that screw, what will happen is when you try to turn on the power, it will cause the power buttons on there. It will cause the button to not depress fully, and therefore you won't be able to turn on. This is not the normal sort of problem. Normally you have screws left over. So I'm genuinely not sure what's happened to that one. Where are you, little screw? Alright, the mystery has been solved. Thankfully, for being able to record these videos, I have been able to see that this screw here is in fact not installed in the disassembly process. It's only this one up here. So yeah, big upside of doing recording of all your work, even if you're not YouTubing or anything like that. Just being able to go back and sort of go, huh? Well, that makes me feel much better now. Here I was thinking I'd misplaced something. Left some surgical instrument inside the patient. I do often consider getting a couple of Raspberry Pi units, and with their high resolution, good quality lenses and whatnot, the new cameras, and just setting them up above every bench and just having them permanently recording. It's a great resource to have. The other place where it becomes quite useful is if you're, say, doing a Windows repair or something like that, and the process is taking a long time, and it seems like every time you come back into the room something's happened, but you don't know what it was. So by having the recording going, you are able to just play back and see what happened to the screen. Yeah, see if it came up with any error messages or something of that type. If you do proper 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second usually these days, at least, then I'm an idiot because I didn't put the battery in. I was wondering why these ones were clamping. Oh, Paul, come on. Take a breather. I was wondering why they weren't clamping down so well. It's because there was about 2 or 3 mil of plastic missing. I was clamping down on an air gap. Much better. It's surprising how many times your inner sense picks up that something is wrong before you consciously are aware of it. Okay. It feels better. Let's see what keys weren't working. AS, Q, and cap locks. That makes sense. So well, that works, thankfully. Numlock works. Cap lock works. Yay! Clicking does seem to work, yes. Note. I'm getting a little expectational on this. trying to get to run things before it's booted. Notepad. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's a really annoying numpad. It's compressed. It makes it quite awkward to use, to be honest. Looking good. Alright, another job done. Another computer fix for the day.